So this is the topic of 2 and 3 steps equation that you would have to do a lot next year when you go to Algebra 1, and this is very important topic. So let's go with the math assignment. Start the test. I have 12 questions here that I want to go over with you. Question number 1, to solve for equation negative 3x equals 27, you would first need to divide both sides by what number? So you would need to divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable x, which is negative 3, right? So number to divide by is negative 3 here. So and then you submit it. Question 2. To solve for the equation 1/4 x equals 8, you would first need to multiply both sides by what numbers? So you have to multiply by reciprocal of 1/4, which is the inverse of reciprocal of 1/4 is 4, right? Because 4 multiplied by 1/4 is 1. Question 3. Solve for the equation 3x minus 6 equals 9, right? So this is the two-step equation, and then the first step is to undo the minus 6, the constant, right? So you need to do the opposite of minus, which is plus 6, right? Plus 6. So you would say 3x minus 6, and then you add 6. I'm doing step by step here, alright? Plus 6, right? So you add 6 to both sides of the equation, right? And then you submit it. When you add 6, the left side minus 6 plus 6 equals 0, right? That means you only have 3x, and then 9 plus 6 is 15, right? So that is the second step. Now you solve for x. You have 3x equal 15. You need to solve for x and by divide by 3, right? And then you do same thing for both sides. So when you divide by 3, the left side you have the variable x only. That is the purpose you want to do, because you want to solve for the x here. So you submit. So now the left side, you can remove 3 and 3, right? And then you have x here. And 15 divided by 3 is 5, right? So that should be the final answer. And that is correct. Let's go with question 4. Solve for the following equation. Negative x minus 5 equal 2, right? So first you have to undo the constant minus 5 by adding 5, right? So let me do step by step. So you need to add 5 both sides. Add side to the left, and then add 5 to the right side of the equation. So when you add 5 minus 5 plus 5 equals 0, so you can remove that from the left, and 2 plus 7 on right becomes 2 plus 5 equals 7, right? So negative x equals 7. So if you flip, right, that means, or same way you can do that, you multiply by negative x, negative 1. You multiply both sides by negative 1, right? Because to do that, because negative 1 times negative here, so that you would have x only on the left, which is, that's the purpose, right? So you want x on the left, and then 7 times negative 1 is negative 7, right? So that should be the final answer. Yep. Question 5. Solve for the following equation. You have the difference of 9 n minus 3 over 5 equals 9, right? So the first step to solve this equation is to undo the denominator 5 here by multiply by 5. So I can write 5 times n minus 3 divided by 5, right? Equals 9 multiplied by 5, right? Oops. So equal had to be here. 9 multiplied by 5. So what I'm doing is I multiply both sides of the equation by 5 here. Multiply by 5 to the left side and then multiply by 5 to the right side, and then I submit it. So when I multiply it by 5, the left side now only have n minus 3, right? Because 5 is cancelled out. And then the right side, 9 times 5 is 45. And then I submit it. Now it becomes one-step equation. So we need to undo minus 3 by add 3 to both sides of the equation. Right? Right. So to do that, negative 3 and plus 3 will be cancelled out. So the left side you have variable n only. And then now the right side, 45 plus 3 is 48. And that should be the final answer. Yep. So now question 6. Solve the following equation. 7 times the total of w plus 6 equals 49, right? So the first step, you can do it two ways, but I'm going to do it easier way, which is you could divide both sides by 7. So you have 7 times w plus 6 and then divide by 7, right? Oh, sorry, this should be 7 here, right? And then you do the same way with the right side, divide by 7. So both sides we divide by 7. So when you divide by 7, the left side, you only have the w plus 6, right? And then 49 divided by 7 is 7, right? So now you have one-step equation. You need to undo plus 6 by minus 6, both sides, minus 6, right? It is minus 6, okay? Alright, so when you do that, you have variable w only on the left, and on the right, 7 minus 6 is 1. And then you submit. Now you have to, question 7. Question 7, you have 2x divided by 3 plus 1 equals 13. This is this is this two-step equation. So first step is you undo 1, right? So when you subtract 1 both sides, the left side you have 2x divided by 3 equals 13 minus 1 is 12. Submit. Right? Now in order to solve for x, you need to undo 2/3 by multiply by the reciprocal, which is multiply by 3 half, right? The reciprocal of 1/3 is 3 half, and then you do the same thing with the right side of the equation. Okay, and then submit. All right, when you do that, the left side, you know that you only have x, and the right side 12 times 2/3 is same like 12 times 3 and divide by 2, right? I can show it here. So you have 12 and then multiply by 2 over 3, and the answer is 8. You got 8. let's go back here. So the answers, oh, 12, 3, 2, not 2, 3. So it had to be 3 here and 2 is the denominator. So the answer is 18. So delete this, and it should be 18 is the answers. Right, so let's go with next question 8. So this is very much the same. So negative 3 x over 2 plus 5 equal 14. So first you subtract 5 both sides of the equation. So the left side becomes 3x divided by over 2 equal 14 minus 5 is 9, right? And then the second step is you multiply by the reciprocal of negative 3, 2, which is negative. You multiply by negative 2 thirds. Okay, do both, same for both sides. Negative 2 thirds. Okay, it doesn't take recognize, but don't worry. Next you'd say, so you do that so that the left side now just have x and the right side would be 9 times negative 2 thirds, right? So 9 multiplied by negative 2 thirds is negative 6. So equal negative 6. Yep. So I am doing one more question, okay? So this is the 3 steps equation. So you have 6x plus 6 divided by 9 equals 66. The first step is you multiply both sides by 9, right? And then when you multiply that, you have 6x plus 6 equals 66 times 9, right? You have 66 multiplied by 9 is 594. And then the second step is you subtract both sides by 6. When you subtract by 6, 594 minus 6 would be 588, right? 594 minus 6 is 588, and then the second step, the last step is divide by 6. 588 divided by 6 is 588. 588 divided by 6 is 98. So that is the final answer. So here you are going to say 98. Yep, so that's it. Okay, so the last 3 questions would be 2-step equations. So you would do the same way that I did for this question. Alright, thank you guys. See you soon in class. Bye now.